Good evening, folks. My name is Claire De Silva, and I'm joined by Berjan Crispin tonight.
It's good to be here.
Sorry we're suffering from some technical difficulties, but we're ready to roll for you guys.
Consider it joy when you endure suffering. It's all good. We're here at Van Andel Stadium, ready to rock and roll. 0-0 the score, 36 minutes left in the first half.
And this Carthage team is looking very aggressive. They are out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, and they have had a 3-3 record so far, coming off of 2 losses in the last few games that they've played. But they are working with a coach, Steve Doman, who has actually been with Carthage College for about 24 years. He coached the women's side before the men's side, and he has led very successful programs, getting NCAA berths, winning CCIW titles. He's done a great job, and this team is looking very aggressive out to start.
Neither team being able to establish dominance right now. It's something we saw from Hope last time they were out on Purple Community Day, roll into a 6-0 win.
Right.
Unable to find some offense here. We may have a chance.
And that's a great come off the line from Nico Mavrogiannis. Excuse me if I'm butchering that name. Great save off of his line, but a good opportunity for Logan Bilesma on the Dutchman side. And the Dutchmen have had a great record so far, a 6-0 start to this season, which is one of their best in quite a while. So it's good to see them doing so well and coming off so strong.
Can't get much better than perfection.
We'll see a Woodside on the right, carrying the ball. Hagman will pick that ball up in the middle. And we'll see him spread it to Brusso. He'll try and find Brock. And you can see already, we have some hard tackles going on here. Number 10, Adrian Herrera will have a rough slide tackle. And we've already seen the Dutchman kind of rolling around on the ground. And already we see a yellow card, but just a lot of harsh tackles so far.
Much more physical game than the last time out.
Right, but it's a good test for the Dutchmen just because they haven't had that in their last few matches. We'll see number 16, James Raymond, standing over this ball. He'll look to in-swing it into the box, see if he can make something happen. And that's a great ball. He'll go for the shot, straight into the hands of Mavrogiannis, but a great way to test him early and see what's going on.
Good play, good thought. Get the goalie battle tested.
Right, and I love the composure of both teams early on. They both seem to have an offensive plan of what they want to do and how they want to do it. Just no clear winner right now. We'll see number 16, Kevin Mahoney, sprinting to hunt that ball down. But he'll get tossed off the ball by Connor Fowler. We'll see Dalton in the middle to carry, and he'll push wide to Woodside on the right. And he'll try and look a little longer to Bilesma, who is way on sides. A great ball in behind, but good defensive positioning by the Carthage Redmen, specifically Rohel, to get that ball out. And we'll see a great slide tackle from Brock. He'll try and find Dalt off the header. And the Dutchmen still have that ball alive. And it looks like they are adjusting very well to this aggressive play of the Redmen.
We talked about in our last broadcast, Hope being very good at opening up passing lanes. Something you saw there, being aware of where you're out in the field, getting it to the right guy, putting pressure on the net.
Right. We'll see Pitino pick the ball up. He was the only goal scorer in the last game for the Carthage Redmen in their 3-1 loss. He's a senior out of, I believe, Illinois. I'm not sure where. And he has led this team very well during this season. Oh, excuse me, Oaklawn, Michigan. Or Oaklawn, Illinois. We'll see McCormick with a quick restart to Dalton in the middle, and he'll try and carry. He's been such a strong presence for the Dutchmen lately, and you can see his distributions, how on point they are.
Hope looking to get something going offensively.
And a great ball in behind from Isaac Brock to try and find Fowler. And a great cross.
The Hope faithful unhappy with the no call.
And this game is aggressive early on, but what we do see a lot of are open spaces and a lot of opportunities to counter on the Dutchman's side. I will see Mahoney with the ball, and he's got a little bit of space to dribble. He'll take middle, and he's still holding on to that ball. He'll try and find Martinez wide successfully, and that ball's going in behind. A great ball. And that was a good opportunity for the Carthage Redmen, just no one there in the middle, and good positioning from the Dutchmen to get back in a good spot.
First time we've seen Carthage get anything going offensively.
Right, and one of the first times we've seen the Dutchmen defense actually having to turn around to sprint for a ball.
Hope is a renowned defensive team, and they proved that again, stopping a rush as they do so well every time out. No damage done. Close to 30 minutes left in half number 1.
This game is speeding by. We'll see a nice grab by McCormick, who has been very strong in goal for the Dutchmen. He'll distribute immediately wide to Woodside on the right. And unfortunately, a turnover, and the Carthage men will pick that back up. See Woodside with a little bit of pressure, opening up the space up to McCormick, back to McCormick.
Not exactly sure what he was thinking there. Ill-advised pass. Got to limit the turnovers.
Right, especially with a team that is willing to put pressure on you. Legs are going to get tired a lot faster on both sides. See Hagman pick up that ball in the midfield. He's done a great job with possession and being a defensive presence in the midfield this entire season. And there's always good interchange between him and number 24, Ty Dalton. Brusso looking a little bit longer. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the timing right with Raymond to keep him on side. So that ball will go straight into the hands of Mavrogiannis. He'll take his time on that ball. He's got a great punt, getting that ball high and long. See Pitino try and settle, but Brock will come in. And he'll find Dalt on the left side, who will immediately find Bilesma. Unfortunately, that slippery turf just got the better of him, as we've seen so many times during the season.
Van Andel Stadium known for the turf monster.
Right. Brusso will carry with a little bit of space. And he'll try and look long to Dalt in behind. A great ball. Unfortunately, just a couple touches off sides. And already we see a little bit of tussling between players. See the quick restart from Carthage Red.
Players have to be careful not to let the. You just have to stay cool. Limit the penalties. Don't want to shoot your team in the foot.
Right. And the Carthage Redmen have also suffered not only from injury, but men who are on the bench due to yellow cards. I'm sure that's canceled itself out for this game, but clearly an aggressive team that's not afraid to sacrifice a yellow or sacrifice bench time for the good of the game. That header will go out of bounds for a Redmen throw. We'll see number 13, Alexis Garcia, over that ball. We'll find Mahoney and Montemayor in the middle. And again, we see Logan Bilesma slipping on that turf. Maybe it's not the turf, maybe it's his cleats. We don't know.
Hope putting the pressure on defensively.
We'll see Fowler and Freddie Martinez battling it out on the right side. Looks like Garcia's looking for possibly a long throw the way he's lining up. And this eventually going backwards, but. And a good battle between Brock and Montemayor. We'll see the Dutchman carry that throw. Fowler taking his time. We'll see a flick on, but a little bit more space and time for the Carthage Red to do what they want with the ball. And they will look long and behind with a dangerous ball to Pitino, who gets a slight shove in the back from Albritton with no call, and that ball will go out for a goal kick. We can already see with his center ref, he is not afraid to let the guys play. He'll call what needs to be called, but he won't just let a couple pushes or a couple shoulder attacks stop the game or the flow of the game.
I think it's good for the game.
Right.
I think you just got to let the guys play.
See Brock try and find Bilesma. And Brock has been so good this season about finding those pockets of space and exploiting them quickly and efficiently.
A lot of time spent in no man's land this evening. Neither team able to get an offensive push.
Right, and they're still trying to test the waters but be as aggressive as possible. Looks like everyone has something to prove out on the field.
Both teams equal in the shots on goal department at 1. 27 minutes left in half number 1.
See Woodside try and settle that ball and take. Unfortunately, just misreading what his forward, Bilesma, was looking for. See the Carthage Red, Montemayor will take this ball up. And again, more slippage from Mahoney, number 16. See Fowler get that ball slipped away. A little lucky on that one. We'll see a Carthage throw. So Garcia has a little bit of time on this ball. We'll see what he wants to do with it. There's good pressure from both sides, making it hard to establish any sort of possession.
Absolutely. Makes you think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Right.
It's important to get out early. Better to play from ahead than from behind.
We'll see Connor Fowler come and take that throw on the left side. Try and find Ben. He's got a little Ben Hagman, excuse me. He's got a man on his back.
And the Hope offense will reset. Looking to get something going here in half number 1 from beautiful Van Andel Stadium. Beautiful night for soccer.
Right, we were expecting a rainy day here actually, so we're kind of lucky to have the 74-degree weather, not too many clouds, easy breeze, at least up in the box. Not sure about on that turf though.
I was a little bit hotter on the turf. Due to chemistry that I don't understand.
We'll see Carthage Red pick the ball up in their defensive line. And this is the most we've seen Coach Brandt yell in a game. Hagman will take a ball to the head but recovers like a champion.
Well, Coach Brandt knows that it's important to get going early in games like this, the defensive battle. It's important to assert your dominance on offense.
Right, like you said before, defense wins championships, and with this game, we're going to see that more than anything.
And he picks his pocket.
And we'll see Fowler draw a foul in a good spot on the left side. Perfect for a right-footed player to in-swing. Oh, it looks like this call will be offsides, and it will actually be Carthage Red ball. I'm not sure if it's offsides or a foul in the wrong direction.
And we'll get a free kick near the box.
And that'll go straight to the Dutchman. A little up in the air, challenging. Pitino will eventually pick that up. Trying to be a little too tricky on the ball.
He just wanted to show everyone his skills.
Right. And we are going to see a substitutions early on. Number 5, Dominic Byrne is going to come on. And then number 21, Desmond Dean is going to come on for Carthage Red. That ball will go out of bounds for another throw for the Dutchman. You can see Bilesma being a very strong presence. He's one of the biggest players out on this field today. And I think one thing that we're going to see a lot today is our center backs and our outside backs bypassing the midfield a lot and looking a little bit longer just to catch that Carthage defense unaware.
Get everybody involved.
Right. Bilesma will try and pick up that ball. We'll see Byrne pick it up in the middle with a little bit of space. He'll distribute wide. We'll see Raymond with an early cross in a good spot for Bilesma. The Carthage Red will eventually get that clear out. Number 10, Herrera over that ball. We'll see Brusso again trying to get the ball in the mix.
First pressure we've seen in a while.
Right. In the 18.
Important to crash to the net and create second chance opportunities. Hope very good at doing that. They lead the MIAA.
And we'll see Raymond try and slip Brock in a good position on the outside. And he'll try and get that out for a corner, unfortunately unable to do so. But Dutchman will maintain possession. And we see Woodside searching for someone open. And a decent spot for the Dutchman. And again, we're seeing a lot of one-time crosses. And a great ball in behind. Shot from Brock, quick shot.
Good save. Always had his hands ready.
We'll see Dalton on that ball, but it will get picked up. And Pitino will try and make something happen, fortunately giving up possession too easily. And a quick ball in behind from Brock to find Dalton in a good position. We'll see Garcia saving the day and clearing that ball out, giving his team time, or a little bit of time to reset. See Byrne with some space, just trying to open the field up. We'll see Woodside take that ball. He's not afraid to go forward. And I think one of the things that we will see from Raymond more so today than we have in the past are those quick crosses in, especially those in-swingers. He oftentimes likes to get the ball towards the end line, but in this game, it'll be those early crosses that make the biggest impact, I think.
Yeah, you're not going to see the long, calculated offensive plays in this game. At least we haven't so far from Coach Brandt. It's going to be quick attacks, trying to catch the defense off guard, going where they're not, and trying to create scoring opportunities.
Right. We'll see a high kick on Brusso, so we'll get a quick restart, or a restart from the Carthage Red. Looks like number 5, Matt Rohel, will stand over this ball. And it looks like he's going to look a little bit longer. And he can really lift that ball. Good positioning from the Dutchman, but a great kick as well. See the quick pass out to Dalt. He'll find Byrne, and good interchange play with Fowler, just to be in the right space at the right time.
The Dutch trying to spread the field.
Unfortunately, Dalt is just a touch offsides. We'll get another restart. Rohel, the resident free kick taker. We'll see a little sassiness from Dalt, not uncharacteristic of his play and his style. We'll see the quick pickup for McCormick.
McCormick leading the MIAA with a .944 save percentage this season. 17 saves in 456 minutes and 22 seconds of action. Stellar goalkeeping play for Coach Brandt.
Right, and he's been making an impact since his freshman year. And has only improved as he's gone into his junior year. We'll see Bilesmo with that ball trying to make something happen, and that will go out for a corner kick for the Dutchman. Looks like we'll see Raymond standing over that ball.
The Dutchman off to the best start since 2002, opening at 6-0. Hope moving into the United Soccer Coaches NCAA Division III Top 25 this week, sitting at number 23 behind the leadership of Coach Brandt. Sign of good things to come for this program.
And a great ball in for Raymond, or from Raymond, and the Dutch maintain possession, just unable to find the right head in the box. And Woody will try and find number 10, Isaac Brock, but again, it's going to be all about perfect passes, making every effort count, and doing everything exceptionally well. There's no room for almost right or the almost perfect pass, just because both of these teams seem very disciplined and very defensive minded.
Yeah, you don't know how many chances you're going to get. Try and capitalize on everything you do.
Right.
0-0, still the score, as they say in Europe.
See Dalton take this ball with speed.
And he gives them a little shake and bake in the open field. Stumbles, recovers, and
somehow holds on to that ball.
Directs it back to midfield.
See Albritton carry, something we're not used to seeing. And the Carthage men will take this ball. Freddie Martinez, number 17's got a lot of space on the left, and he's got some quick feet and quick skills.
And he runs out of real estate, swallowed up and closed down by the Hope defense.
And a good tackle, good clean tackle by Brock to try and win that ball back. And again, we will see Pitino. He's been everywhere in this offense, on the left, right, just trying to make something happen, but it seems that he's always by himself up at the top. See the Dutchman pick that ball up in the middle. And Burns got a little bit of space. He'll try and slip in behind to Dalt, but a little too readable. And we'll see that ball come back to the Dutchman. And Dalton will pick that ball up in the middle with a little bit of space. And Brock will try and slip Dalt unsuccessfully, but a great idea. We'll see Herrera pick that ball up in the middle.
Getting a little tricky there on offense. That's what you like to see. Catch them off guard.
All right.
And that ball will sail out of play.
And one thing I think we're seeing is that this Carthage team is not great at keeping possession. They've got great defensive pressure, but not necessarily an idea of what to do once they get that ball.
It's all about finding your identity on offense. Unable to early on. Still plenty of time left. Both teams knotted at 0.
See Dalton pick that ball up in the middle, just looking for the best option. And we can already see Coach Brandt, very characteristic of him, having a ton of subs ready to go in and make an impact in the game. See Dalt trying to make something happen, but Herrera will pick that ball up in the midfield, immediately find Pitino, and he's looking for a little bit of support. Finds some in Montemayor, but the Dutchman will immediately get that ball back. Raymond will go with the one-time ball, just unfortunately unable to connect or communicate with Dalt. And Mavrogiannis will take his time over this ball. He will eventually look left and get that ball back immediately. He'll look a little longer, but the Dutchmen have plenty of time to reset. We're seeing good defensive pressure from Woody and good hustle to get into good positions and try and stop the flow of offense. We'll see Dean on that ball, trying to get a shot off, but unfortunately our third defender, the Turf, gets to him first.
Visible frustration on the face of the Redmen. Getting so close yet so far. Neither team able to capitalize here at Van Andel.
We'll see a well-timed run and a well-placed ball by Brock to Raymond. The Redmen are all over it. See a matchup between Pitino and Brusso. And Dalton trying to get that ball. But Pitino will do well to keep it for his team. And again, like you said, a lot of back and forth between these two teams. No one able to get an established set of possession. We'll see Albritton taking his time on that ball, eventually finding Byrne. And again, Brock is loving this ball, and he's loving finding people in the spaces and moving off of that ball. See Byrne pick that ball up again in the midfield. He'll give himself time by sending it back to the center backs. Brusso's on that ball, looking a little longer towards his outside back, Connor Fowler, on the left. And he will go one-on-one with Garcia, finding Brock. And Brock will try and fight to get that ball back, but Herrera will find it. You can even hear Coach Brandt yelling to have high press every time they lose that ball. Just the commitment to get it back is very strong.
It's so important to move without the ball. We'll get a play on goal, and that sails wide. As I was saying, it's important to move without the ball. Don't be stagnant on offense.
Right. And we will see a marathon of substitutions. Number 3, Griffin Brusso. Number 7, Ryan Flynn. Number 4, Brett Dyer. And number 17, Jack Elwell, will come on for the Dutchmen. And we will also see, I believe it was number 15 for Carthage. I'm going to confirm that.
We'll get another Hope defensive stop. The Redmen getting a little handsy.
And confirming, we did get a sub. Xavier Cruz, number 15, came on for number 9, Jerry Pitino. We'll see Mahoney over this ball. He'll find Dean in the middle. He'll do well to try and keep that ball. And eventually it'll go wide to Martinez. He'll look a little longer, but unfortunately, there's just such a gap between the offensive players and the midfield. It looks like Dean was trying to cover that space and find the ball in behind, but just too much space in behind.
Both teams struggling offensively.
We'll see a giveaway, easy giveaway by Fowler.
Coach Brandt looking to get something going. Their first-year coach, a 6-time national champion. Kind of pedigree brings players here, as we've talked about before. A lot of excitement around this program for many years to come.
Especially with such a clean start to the season.
It's always more fun when you're winning.
See the Carthage Red pick that ball up in the middle. Xavier Cruz has that ball. He'll pass to Herrera and out wide to Garcia, who has time on the ball. And again, we'll see Cruz over that ball. A lot of real estate to cover. Unfortunately, just running a little bit out of room. And we'll see a great shot from number 17, Freddie Martinez, trying to make something happen.
Just a bit wide. We'll get 3 more subs into the game.
See number 21, Jack Veld coming in. Number 22, Jordan Hooker. And number 23, Michael Francisco.
Number 19, Juan Marban.
And just as soon as these substitutions are being made,
Number 21, Jack Bell.
we already see people lining up. We will also see a substitution from the Carthage Red, Juan Marbin, number 19, checking into the game for these final 11-ish minutes of the game.
I would imagine Coach Brandt is trying to see what combination of players can get something going offensively. No one group has been able to get something going.
Right.
Trying to mix up his combinations similar to a hockey coach, mixing up his lines, trying to get forwards with defensive men, trying to see if they can get a spark offensively. Unable to do so far as Hooker deals in the middle of the field.
He does well to keep that ball. We'll see number 23, Francisco, pick it up. He'll immediately find Brusso. We have a lot of talented freshmen on this Dutchman team who've been doing a great job during the season.
The ball will sail out of bounds, and we'll get 2 more subs into the game. Number 12, Stephen Binnig, the senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Number 12, Stephen Bennett. Also number 15, Nolan Van
Number 15, Nolan Vandegrift, the freshman from Ada in Forest Hills Central.
See Dean clear that ball out for the Carthage Red.
Under 10 minutes to go in half number 1, tied at 0. Both teams tied in the shots on goal department at 2.
We see Elwell with a little bit of space in the midfield. Binnig will find Flynn, who had a hat trick this past weekend in a 6-0 win. Unfortunately unable to hold on to that ball for the Dutchman, but a good effort. And we can even hear the positivity in Coach Brandt's voice and just the work that he's doing to get the Dutchman in the right positioning.
Good
but
coaches
still hope.
know how to motivate their players, and good teams know how to finish.
All right. We'll see the
Plenty of
Dutchman
time
pick up a foul. Sorry.
And we'll get a Dutch free kick.
See that ball come wide to Jack Veld. He will do well to hold on to it. And again, we're seeing a lot of passes back, just trying to create some space and take more time on the ball.
A little bump there, playing the I'm not so innocent card.
Right.
Win an Oscar for that performance.
Right. But the no call from the ref. And we'll see Binnig do well to keep that ball and then try and find Hooker. Good layoff to Flynn, who was unable to find that ball. And he will deliver a hard tackle to number 5, Matt Rohel, for a free kick for the Carthage Red. And this half has flown by. No real sense of rhythm, but still some opportunities for both sides.
Dutchman looking to regroup on defense. And we'll get a push down towards the middle of the field.
And Herrera will try and find that ball. Dutchmen still have it. And I love the confidence that Brandt has in his freshmen. It looks like about half the freshmen are in. on this team right now, or
He's
are on the field.
Yeah, he's one of those coaches who has a mentality of, I don't care what year you are, if you can play, you can help this team win, we're going to play you.
Exactly. See Montemayor pick up that ball in the middle. Mishit by him, but the Carthage Red able to keep that ball. We'll see Cruz pick up the ball. And good defensive pressure by the Dutchmen, working as a team to keep that ball. We'll see the Carthage Red pick it up again. And McCormick will fall over that ball for another shot for them, or for the Carthage Red. And a lot of confidence from this keeper, but maybe being tested more than he has in the past. He will look to find Hooker. But we see the Carthage Red making an adjustment of setting their line a little bit deeper just so that they have space and time to adjust to whatever the Dutchmen bring forward, especially because they had a few balls in behind to start the half.
It's like in football, as you get close to the end of a half into the game, you're going to switch to a cover 4 or a cover 6, get your safeties back, no balls behind kind of mentality.
Right. We see Brusso has a lot of space on that ball. Binnig was able to look long. And good defense by Garcia to shield that ball out.
Let's go back to the play of McCormick. 4 shutouts so far this season, leading the MIAA.
And we will see another substitution from the Carthage Red. David Snooks, number 27, will check into this game for team captain, number 10, Adrian Herrera. Dutchmen still have this ball. We'll see them pick up a foul on the left side. And again, we see some snippy behavior on both sides, just trying to stop the flow of play, but maybe not in the best way.
I love it. I love the physical play. Getting after it, trying to take ownership of this game.
Right. We'll see Cruz try and pick up that ball, and he'll do well to keep it. He will look to send number 19, Marbin, in behind. But again, McCormick off his line and alert for that ball. Elwell will lose that ball in the middle of the park, giving Carthage Red another opportunity to go forward. We'll see Martinez switching to the right side, picking up that ball. He's double teamed and unable to maintain possession. See Jordan Hooker try and keep that ball. He'll lay off to Elwell. We'll try and find Flynn. And good defensive pressure by both sides, but again, very little composure when they both have the ball, either team.
Hooker with the pressure. Of course, the story of the week, Hooker's mom battling cancer, and she's doing well. Had surgery last week Thursday, and thoughts and prayers with the family as she continues to recover.
And what a great way to honor her over the weekend with our Purple Community Games. See MJ Francisco trying to clear that ball out. Number 3, Brusso working hard to try and keep the ball in. Unfortunately, could not do that successfully. See a throw in on the right side for the Carthage Red, and number 13, Garcia, will stand over this ball again. Good one-on-one battle between Francisco and number 15, Cruz.
Ill-advised pass there. Good deflection. And that will go out of play.
Unfortunate shot from Montemayor, unable to put it where he wanted to.
Substitution. Entering the lineup for the Flying
And we're going to see another substitution. Number 20, Petrus Martins, is going to come onto the game in the last 3 minutes of the game.
The freshman from East Lansing.
We're seeing some miscommunications out on this field of where players want the ball and if they want it at feet or in the space.
Under 3 minutes to go and half number 1 from Van Andel.
Rohel will pick up this ball, and he has a little bit of space to work with. Again, he'll look long to Martinez, who has plenty of time to get onto this ball. He'll go close to end line and find Cruz in the 18, who has a little bit of space to work. The Dutchmen are a little lucky on this with the amount of time they had to try and get that ball out of harm's way.
Hope getting tested defensively.
And still we see a push in the back and a call for the Dutchmen in the box.
The red men not happy with the call, voicing their displeasure, and the ball will go back to Hope. McCormick with the goal kick.
And the last 2 minutes of this game are ramping up.
Both teams feeling a sense of urgency, wanting to be on top as we get to halftime. As Hooker gives chase and the ball flies out of bounds, the Redmen ball. 1:30 left to go.
And going into the half, Bergeron, what do you think each team could do to be better and be more aggressive and find the back of the net in the second half?
I think both teams are trying to find their offensive identity. I think they need to work on passing, setting up an offense, and just working on finding open space. Crashing the net for second chance opportunities.
Right. And one thing we've seen a little less of are those balls in behind that are so dangerous. And both these teams seem to have very speedy players in the right places. So we want to see a little bit more of that in behind ball and that in behind play. And that ball will go out of bounds for the Dutchmen. Just under a minute left in play, seeing what they can create. And we'll see Vandegrift looking a little bit longer towards Martins. Just unable to do what he wanted with that ball. And we can see the wind picking up just a little bit. I wonder if that's having any effect on the field. See Flynn pick up that ball. He'll look wide in the last 20 seconds. Unfortunately, Veld unable to give the service that he wanted to.
10, 9, 8.
In the last 10
7,
seconds, we'll see the
6,
Dutchmen gain
5,
possession.
4,
But that ball is
3,
going to be our last
2,
play, pass from
1.
Binnig, to take us into halftime.
Neither team able to score 0-0 as we go to half.
We'll be back after a quick break. Thank you. And welcome back. We are gearing up for a second half, 0-0 here at Van Andel Field. Flying Dutchmen are taking on Carthage out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. And it's been a great first half. Very competitive game, still anyone's game.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Van Andel Stadium. I'd like to open up our broadcast by giving our thoughts and prayers to the family of Dr. Jonathan Haygood, who passed away unexpectedly last night. Such a loss for the Hope community, and thoughts and prayers with his family and his wife Amy and sons Jackson and Tyler, and terrible tragedy, and we'll be thinking of them throughout the course of the semester. So we get back to play here. 0-0 the score. Both teams looking to find something, get going offensively. Hope knows what they're about on offense. We've seen them put up big numbers, held to nothing so far, looking to create more opportunities towards the net. And Carthage is looking to get anything going offensively. They've had a few pushes, but they've just been turned away by the Hope defense. Stellar as always, and we'll get underway, and I'll turn it back to my play-by-play partner, Claire. Claire?
And we will see an immediate change. Ryan Woodside checking into the midfield instead of his usual right outside back position. We've seen him in this position in the past, but it'll be interesting to see what Coach Brandt is up to with this new strategy. We'll see Martinez immediately take that ball with speed on the left, driving towards end line. And good defense by number 18, Devin Butler, to shield that ball out, and it'll go out for a goal kick for McCormick.
You talk about the offensive push, we get going right away. Something that Coach Steve Dahlman should be happy to see coming out of the half, getting a push right away. Again, turned away by Hope, but it's signs of things to come, hopefully, for the Red Men offense as we get going early on in half number 2.
Right, and Martinez was one of those players who was instrumental for the offense speed-wise. They weren't able to exploit him the way they wanted to, but he could be a potential danger, especially in the second half. And we'll see the Dutchmen pick up a foul in the middle of the park, left side. And Dalton will find Woodside immediately.
Woodside with a little shake and bake as he tries to clear real estate. Can't get anything going, and he's trapped down on the far sideline. And we'll get a ball back and play towards the middle.
Herrera will pick that up and again try and find Martinez, unable to do so successfully. We'll see Brock with a little bit of space and time. He'll find Raymond, and he'll find a sneaky pass to Woodside, who'll drive end line, trying to get that cross off, but we see the Carthage Red defense in the right place at the right time.
Something we didn't see in the first half. It's good to see the passing lanes opening up a little bit. Hope with a good chance, they're unable to capitalize.
We'll see good hustle and good play from Butler to try and help his team get that ball back. It'll be an interesting matchup between Butler and Martinez on this right side. We'll see Brock battling and keeping that ball. Unfortunately unable to hold on to possession, but quickly gotten back for the Dutchmen. And although Brock is very small, we have a lot of small players on this Dutchman side. And we'll see a dangerous tackle in the middle of the park. Looks like number 11, Bilesma, will pick up that ball for the Dutchmen.
The Hope faithful thinking they're all wearing the referee jersey tonight, as they should. That was a blatant call. Hope gets a push towards the goal, and it's pushed out of bounds. Hope with a throw-in.
They'll get that ball started quickly. Raymond on the right side with a little bit of space. He'll find Woodside. Butler will try and create some space by sending it back to Brusso. And again, we'll just see the Dutchmen trying to pick their best option and take their time developing the play.
Brusso with cleats you could see from the Hubble telescope. Easy to find him.
We'll see Dalt still with this ball. He'll find Bilesma. And a great slot into the back of the net. The Dutchmen are up 1-0.
You can put on the board. Yes. Yes. A strike from the left side. Finds the back of the net. And Hope goes up 1-0. 41:59 left in half number 2.
And what we saw was a great distribution from number 24, Ty Dalton, in the middle, just to get that ball out to Dalt, who has been aggressive in games, and we didn't see him go forward too much, but he kind of just muscled his way through, slips the ball into Bilesma, number 11, and he will slip that ball into the back of the net.
We talked about creating second chance opportunities, finding passing lanes, and he was going to capitalize eventually. The Dutchmen able to find the back of the net. The Redmen suddenly playing behind, something they haven't done all game. It'll be interesting to see how Dahlman gets his offense going, see if they can recuperate a little bit and get a push and try and knot this thing up.
Plenty of time left in this game, though. Still anyone's game.
Hope one of those teams you don't want to play behind from, though. At 6-0, they find a way to win every single match.
Right. We'll see Dalt pick this ball up on the left, and he'll pick up a foul. And that has been the story of this game. Just a lot of rolling around, a lot of hard ankle tackles, and just aggressive play. See Dalt pick this ball up in the middle. He'll find Brock in a good spot. And a great switch to find Raymond, just not on his toes enough for that play.
And he sends that into the next area code.
Number 4, Messineo will do that. We'll see Bilesma on this ball, doing well to hold on to it. We'll find Woodside, and he'll take. Just looking for a little bit of support, which he'll find in Brock. Again, continuing to push end line, but the Carthage Redmen will stop the defense. And we see Martinez again with the pace, but great insight by Albritton to come to that ball and step early. We still got time, and a foul on Raymond. He'll complain thinking it was a dive, but the Carthage Red will get that ball regardless.
And he looks to be okay.
Right.
Football players known for their theatrics. Half of them could star in Hollywood.
Whatever works, though.
Whatever works.
Looks like Rohel standing over this ball. He'll look a little longer. And good work from Brusso to get that ball down. And good hustle and a good battle between Montemayor and Woodside. That ball will eventually go out of bounds for the Carthage Red. Thrown on the left side. Brock will try and settle that ball down. Find Dalton. And it looks like the Dutchmen are emphasizing this right side early on. And Woodside a little lucky on that play to get a little nutmeg on Martinez. And our Dutchman crowd is definitely very loud and very present in this game.
They show up every single match. Just a testament to this program, pedigree of this program. Hope Faithful always show up.
And we'll see another tackle in the middle of the park. Looks like number 10, Herrera, or Rohel, excuse me, number 5 on Isaac Brock, number 10. And again, the Carthage Red are quick to foul and not quick to apologize. But we can see both sides getting fired up and using that field to drive them in this game. And we are going to see a stoppage of time as the ref decides to have a chat with a couple of the players on Carthage Red. It looks like they are going to get not one, but just one yellow card. Number 5, Matt Rohel, excuse me, will get a yellow card.
He blows the whistle again, getting talked to.
And he needs to be a little bit careful in this game, running a thin line, and especially as a center back, even one mistake. And if the ref's not on your good side, that could send you out of the game for good. So we're going to see, hopefully, a substitution. And Rohel's going to come off for 27. Coach Doman wisely takes him off and puts David Snooks in. Probably the best way to keep the peace.
Similar to when a umpire warns both benches after players hit, and the referee trying to do the same thing, explaining to keep your cool and let's keep on with this game, wanting to keep the cards in his pocket where they should be.
Right, and we will see Dalt and Fowler standing over this ball. A great location and a good opportunity. Again, we can see the right in-swinger from either player, and just a good position for the Dutchman to capitalize yet again. And a good ball just lofted, just a little too far, a touch too far, but a good idea by Connor Fowler.
Even math majors know that this game is 90% mental and 10% physical. Trying to keep their heads cool as we move on in the later stages of this half. Hope up 1-0. Trying to recollect and keep pressure on. Carthage looking to get something going offensively.
We can see Mavrogiannis trying to push his team up and try and get that ball into the offensive half for Carthage Red. See Raymond flick that ball on in a dangerous spot for Brock. He'll go one-on-one and flick off back to Raymond. Great ball.
A little, hey, look what I can do, action.
Right? And he'll dupe David Snooks a little bit.
More talent in one leg than I have in my entire body, Claire.
And we'll see a little overkill with a chest ball from Dalt, but Fowler will recover nicely. And we'll see a little action between Dalt and Dalton. And Dalt will hold on to that ball, try and keep it in. Unfortunately, unable to do so. But again, we can still see a strong burst of energy. And again, it looks like we are going to have another substitution. Number 16 on Carthage Red, Kevin Mahoney, is going to check into this game.
From Orland Park, Illinois, the senior midfielder. Close to my hometown of Wheaton, also the hometown of Sam Mason, the senior midfielder on the Dutchman. Falcons stick together as we take you back to play inside Van Andel, 1-0 Hope. Carthage trying to get something going offensively, and they'll get a little push after some chippy play. And McCormick will scoop it up. No one in the same area code, and we'll get a push out to the right side as we near midfield.
And we'll see Butler getting knocked off the ball by Martinez, but he'll somehow find it again.
Some fancy footwork to no avail.
And we'll see some aggressive play.
Maybe a little retaliation. We'll get another stoppage of play. Number 26 left in half number 2. We'll get a yellow card. And number 18,
Devin Butler.
the senior from New Baltimore.
And this ref is making it clear in this second half that it is his game, no one else's. So we'll see a shift that we didn't see in the first half.
That's the way it should be.
Looks like Herrera's standing over this ball. Again, another good opportunity around the same location on the right side as the Dutchman's ball earlier on.
The referee walking over towards the Carthage bench.
Unclear who is getting a yellow card, but it looks like someone's getting a yellow card from Carthage Red. I'm unsure if it's an assistant coach or another player, but it looks like there's a little bit of turmoil on this bench. Looks like one of their coaches, actually. We can see some frustration mounting, not just with the players, but the coaches as well.
As I would be if I was on the road, man. Getting scoring opportunities, not being able to capitalize. Physical game. Emotions are on high. In the heat of contest, and Hope will get a push. We'll get a 3-on-2.
Unable to put that ball where he wanted to. And Raymond realized he was offside, so he'll let that ball run to Mavrogiannis. And it looks like he'll clear it out. Looks like number 15, Xavier Cruz on Carthage Red, is not feeling so great. Looks like there was a fall on the other side of the pitch. The referee is not having it. There will be no stoppage of play. And we'll see the Dutchman try and throw that ball back to Mavrogiannis, exercising some sportsmanship. Very much needed in this game right now with tensions rising high.
Absolutely.
Woodside will try and settle that ball. Fortunately unable to do so well. And again, we see Cruz on this ball. They'll distribute to Martinez, and that ball will stay with Carthage Red. And it looks like we're going to get another substitution. Number 9, Jerry Pitino is going to check back into this game. The only goal scorer in the last game for Carthage.
Jerry Pitino, the senior from Oak Lawn, previously issued a yellow card. Looking to not get any more of those, as that results in removal from this contest.
And we'll see a great ball from Brock to number 16, James Raymond. He's unable to capitalize, but a good idea. And again, a continual battle between Butler and Martinez. And we will see the Dutchman.
Looking for a handball.
And they will not get one from the referee. In fact, they will pick up a foul, and we'll see a free kick for Carthage Red. And we can see some cheeky play from both sides and a little bit of sass from both teams.
Players getting a little chippy. You gotta be careful to keep this game in control. You don't want tempers to flare here at Van Andel.
We'll see number 3, Alejandra Lopez, standing over this ball. Unable to lift it behind where he wanted to. And strong headers from the Dutchman all around. See Dalton trying to find Dalt. And good positioning from Albritton just to keep Pitino off his back. That ball's still not out of harm's way. And good work by Carthage Red. Can't see which number. But we'll see Herrera trying to get a shot off. Unfortunately not able to do what he wanted with that ball.
McCormick keeping a clean net.
We can see Bilesma trying to settle that down. He's been very good in keeping this ball for the Dutchman. And a little unlucky with some of his plays, but strong aggression, and he's still holding on to that ball. Looking a little deeper, finding Brock. And he'll try and create a little bit of space. Unfortunately, it's just that last ball, unable to do what he wanted. We'll see a good battle between Brusso and Pitino. That ball going out of bounds for Carthage. We'll see the Red taking their time with this ball. Number 4, Messineo will stand over it.
The Red men unable to find an offensive answer so far. Held back by mistakes and offensive struggle. Virtually
no one in
no
behind.
push currently, although they lead the shots on goal department 5-3.
Right. They look like they're not afraid to take shots off from the top of the 18. And we'll see Bilesma find Raymond. Looks like Lopez thought he was offsides and didn't end up actually defending. And a great flick to Brock. A great play on the inside. Just no one at the PK spot to finish that play off. But the idea was right. The timing, the space, and the passing. Just no one running onto that ball.
You gotta follow the ball. You can't stand still in offense. Something we touched on earlier at the tail end of the first half.
Right, and I'm sure one thing that Brandt emphasizes is moving off the ball. It's not what you do with the ball so much as where you're moving into those spaces and providing the best opportunities to get in behind.
You're not going to get a lot of scoring opportunities, and that could have been one there. Brandt frustrated. His team has a little margin for error, up 1 goal. We'll get a push out of bounds, and a Red men throw in near midfield.
We'll see a strong tackle in the middle of the park. Raymond will pick this ball up. And Garcia will try and clear that out. And again, another crazy tackle. Not tackle necessarily, but another crazy challenge. And we're seeing a lot of just physicality. And it's only a matter of time before we see someone lose their temper. We'll see Fowler get this ball wide, out to Dalt. He'll take his time on the ball, creating some space for Albritton. See him distribute to Brusso. He'll try and find Woody in the middle. And he'll try and keep that ball unsuccessfully. So we'll see Martinez pick that ball up. Unfortunately, out of bounds.
We'll get 2 subs into the game for the Dutchman.
Substitution.
Number 23, Michael Francisco, the freshman from Ada. Number 5, Dominic Byrne, the sophomore from Fremont, the midfielder. Coach Brandt looking to change his lineups and hopefully find a spark to add on to this lead.
See Raymond again looking for Woodside and behind, does so successfully. And he'll find Bilesma, but that ball will sail over the bar, out for a goal kick.
Just a bit upstairs as it climbed the ladder, out of play. Hope back on defense.
Substitution.
We're going to see another substitution. Number 19, Juan Marbin, is going to come in, and he's going to give Frank Martinez a break, a well-deserved break. Or Freddie Martinez, excuse me.
29 minutes remaining in half number 2 from Van Andel Stadium here in Holland, Michigan. Hope clinging on to a 1-0 lead against the Red Men of Carthage, residents of the CCIW.
See Francisco taking his time on this throw-in on the left side.
And join us Tuesday, September 25th, as the Dutchmen take on Lake Forest, Illinois at 5 p.m. And they'll go on a 5-game road trip, and they'll come back home to Van Andel Saturday, October 6th, as they take on Kalamazoo at 7 p.m. at Van Andel.
We'll see a deflection, and that ball is going to go out for a corner. Looks like Raymond is going to take a trip to the other side of the field. He'll stand over that ball with Dalt, number 9. And they'll have the quick restart, looking to make something happen. And Raymond will get that ball off. Couple flicks. Brock will try and get a shot off.
Good job at creating scoring opportunities. Unable to capitalize, but keep working and good things will happen.
And Mavrogiannis looks for the quick counter, but good positioning by Brusso to keep that ball out of harm's way. Carthage will pick this ball back up in the middle. And we'll see a foul on Brock, or by Brock, on number 27, Snooks.
And our quick fact of the game, as always, is brought to you by the Demi-AA. James Raymond, the senior, ranks 3rd in the conference with 4 assists. Always looking to contribute to this team as well as he can. One of the many reasons why this team sits 1 game behind rival Calvin. Calvin, of course, undefeated at 7-0. Hope coming in at 6-0 into this context. Looking to tie up Calvin with a win here tonight.
We'll see Carthage trying to make something happen on this ball in the midfield. Mahoney looks a little further back, but not too much pace on that ball. Unfortunately, Raymond unable to keep that ball in, so we'll see a throw for Carthage again. We'll see them on that ball. Just a lot of back and forth right now.
Similar to what we saw in half number 1, a lot of play in no man's land.
Right, and we saw some switches between some beautiful play in behind and just nothing on the right or in the middle of the park. We'll see Pitino at the top of the box with a little bit of room to play. McCormick will pick up that ball, but unfortunately it'll go out for a corner.
One of the few good offensive looks, the Red Men have had so far this evening. And we'll get a corner kick.
Right, and Carthage will want to take advantage of this ball. Number 10, Herrera standing over it, but they haven't had many opportunities, so any set play, any opportunity to score and tie this game up, they're going to want to take big advantage of.
Looking to crash the net here. McCormick set and ready to go, and we'll get a
short play, just not executed very well.
And we'll get a 2-on-2. Now we'll get a
3-on-2. If he can just slip him, and that's a perfect ball in behind by Raymond to give Francisco a ton of space on the left. And unfortunately, he will just sail that ball over the ball. But a great opportunity to counter. Brock, Raymond, and Francisco just rushing into that backside, catching Carthage unaware.
At number 7, the freshman from Bloomington, Illinois, Ryan Flynn, will enter the game for number 10, Isaac Brock, the junior from Grand Haven. Coach Brent looking to keep his players fresh, clinging on to a 1-0 lead. 24 minutes to go at Van Andel.
We'll see Pitino with a burst of speed, trying to make something happen on the right. Dalton will find the ball for the Dutchman on the right side. And that's a good ball in behind, but the Dutchmen are all over it. Woodside and Brusso will work together to keep that. And unfortunately, a misclearance by Woodside. And then Carthage will maintain possession.
And folks, remember to sign up to download the Hope Athletics Front Row app, where you can catch up on live scores and updates from all of Hope sports, not just soccer. And keep updated with everything going on here that we have here at Hope College. Stay connected and download the Hope Athletics Front Row mobile app. You set the preferences to sign up for any sport you want to follow. Search Hope Athletics on the Hope Store or Google Play.
And again, we'll see some contact in the field as players just try and jostle themselves in the appropriate positions. See aggressive defense from Dalton, midfielder coming back as a defender, and he'll get the goal kick for his team.
Substitutions.
Again, we've got another substitution. Both center backs are going to take a break, and we're going to see number 12, Steve Binnig, and number 15, Nolan Vandergrift, check back into this game. And Vandergrift will pick up that ball. He's got a lot of time to work. Unfortunately, unable to connect with Bilesma. And a good idea by Marvin, but just unable to keep that ball in with a flick on.
Carthage able to get some offensive push recently.
And we'll see Vandergrift a little lazy on that ball, and Pitino will pick it up, see if he can make something happen. And a great shot, just a little wide. And we'll see it go out for a goal kick from McCormick.
Pitino trying to create some scoring opportunities. Big-time players make big-time plays. One of the main scorers of this team.
We'll see Flynn in the middle trying to make something happen. And a lot of back and forth, but Carthage will pick it up. And again, that ball will be turned over. See Francisco trying to look a little bit longer to find Dalt. Unfortunately unable to get that ball in the right positioning, but the Dutchman maintained possession. We'll see a foul by Dalt, just stopping the speed of play so that the Carthage cannot get a good play on that ball.
The referee getting his money's worth tonight. I'm sure this is what he signed up for.
Right, working hard tonight.
Swing and a miss there.
And we'll see Pitino continually trying to take these shots from outside of the 18, but with a keeper as seasoned and as strong as McCormick, not finding much. See Vandergrift trying to look a little bit longer. Not able to get the ball he wanted, but Woodside is there to keep possession. And unfortunately, just some miscommunications as we enter into the final 20-ish minutes of this game. And we'll see a battle between Vandergrift and Marvin down on the left side. Vandergrift will see that out for a goal kick. And we're going to see a marathon of substitutions. Number 19, Brusso is going to check back into that game. Number 14, Sam Albritton. Number 2, Connor Fowler. Number 10, Isaac Brock. And I believe that will be all for the Dutchman.
Number 10, Isaac Brock. Number 14, Sam Albritton. And number 19, Dalton Brusso.
And it looks like we had a substitution for Carthage as well. We'll work hard to see who that was. We'll see a free kick. We'll see number 2, Connor Fowler, pick up that ball. And we'll see it's number 17, Freddie Martinez, checking back into this game. Sorry for the confusion. And we'll see a hard tackle between Martinez and Woodside, number 8. But he'll work hard to get that ball to Bilesma. He'll try and get a kick into the midfield, or into the middle of the park. Unfortunately unsuccessful, and no mercy from the ref on that play, on that last play.
Bilesma hit hard and no whistle.
And another hard tackle on the right. We see Isaac Brock, number 10, slow to get up. And he's limping a little bit, but still up on his feet, so that's all you can hope for.
19 minutes remaining in half number 2. Hope holding on to a slim 1-0 lead.
And again, we can see some pressure and just some jostling in the midfield. Looks like Martinez will pick up that ball and try and flick on to Lopez. Again, Martinez on that ball, working hard to keep it for his team.
You see the Redmen playing with a little sense of urgency, feeling the clock.
All right. And number 19, Brusso, is not going to play around with that ball. Immediately sends it back to the goalkeeper, McCormick.
The Redmen only needing one to tie it up, but those goals are so hard to come by with an electric defense such as Hope.
See number 5, Byrne, trying to make something happen on the left, and he'll regain possession for the Dutchman.
Carthage coming in at 3-3 this season. Last defeated Kalamazoo 3-1 September 12th in Kalamazoo.
And we'll see another foul on the left side on number 9, Dalt. And the Dutchman will have a good opportunity to push forward.
The referees in the stands grateful for a whistle. As we'll get a quick kick here.
And Fowler will try and work with Brock as they advance the ball up the field. But good strong tackle by number 13, it looks like Garcia, on the Carthage side to keep that ball, or to get that ball out of harm's way. Dalton will settle that ball in the midfield, and he'll look to create some space. Trying to find Bilesma in behind. Almost successful. We'll see a last-ditch effort by Messineo to clear that ball out.
Redmond, number 14, Richard Flores, getting ready to check back into the game. Coach Dahman looking to get something going, unable to throughout the duration of this match. Hope controlling the ball offensively for the majority of this half.
And we'll see Pitino pick that ball up in the middle of the park. Hard ball coming into the chest, but he works well with it.
He
And
picked his pocket there.
right. Again, we can see tight man-to-man 50-50 challenges on every play, and a couple of bad passes just to help each team along. Again, Woodside will pick that ball up. So much slippage. And great clean slide tackles. And a good ball in behind from Brock to Raymond. He'll look to find Bilesma, who's been very strong in this half. He'll find Byrne with a little bit of space in the middle. He'll push wide to Dalt. And he'll try and tackle through, unable to get through the traffic. And again, the Dutchman regain possession with plenty of space in the back. We'll see Fowler try and find Brock unsuccessfully. And Herrera will pick this ball up in the middle. Looking in behind to Martinez, and that was nearly dangerous with so much speed. But the Dutchman defense are all over it. Brock will find that ball, unfortunately knocked off the ball by Herrera. We'll see Garcia trying to look a little bit longer. And we can see the adjustment that the Dutchmen are making to get that ball, or to set that line a little bit deeper so nothing gets behind them.
Hope playing a little more of a defensive set in the past couple minutes.
All right, and they can afford to. We'll see Brock get that ball in the midfield. Again, just getting knocked off the ball a little bit too easily.
The Turf Monster making his presence known.
Right.
Letting everybody know who's boss here at Van Andel.
See a good 50-50 challenge between Byrne and Dean. And Pitino will pick up that ball with tons of space coming up on the left side, creeping towards the middle. Unfortunately, unable to juke Brusso, number 19. And the Dutchmen pick up that ball again.
Great job by the defense.
And a miscommunication between Woodside and Raymond. So Martinez will come with this ball, and he'll look to slip it into Herrera in a dangerous spot coming up on the left side. He's going goal line, looking for the best pass, and a great save. Great reaction save by McCormick to keep that ball out of the net for the Dutchman.
Great play by McCormick.
And that was one of the first times that we've seen this Carthage offense get in behind and truly slip that ball into the right pocket of space.
The keeper holding the keys to Fort McCormick, one of the reasons why he leads MIAA in saves. Folks, make sure to join us for one big weekend here at Hope College, October 9th through to 21st, as we celebrate homecoming and family weekend into one big celebration. Get all the event details and register at hope.edu/onebigweekend.com.
We saw a lot of substitutions. It looks like number 14, Richard Flores, number 15, Xavier Cruz, number 27, David Snooks checks back into the game for Carthage. And then it looks like number 21, Jack Veld, number 7, Ryan Flynn checks back into the game. And we will see a hard tackle between number 9, Christian Dahl, and it looks like number 8, Montemayor, I believe.
And we got a player down. The athletic training staff will make their way onto the field.
And right, you can immediately hear players calling ATs down to the field. Again, very thankful for the work that they do, and they're not often called onto the field, but when they are prepared. And we'll see a stoppage of play as well. This will give both teams a good opportunity to regroup, get some water, freshen themselves up, figure out what they want to do in these final minutes just to make an impact in this game.
And at this stoppage in play, folks, remember to take part in the Buffalo Wild Wings Brain Buster Trivia contest at every Saturday home athletic event at Hope College this school year. You can play along online on Twitter and use the hashtag BWWBrainBuster. The correct answer can be found in Saturday's game programs or online.
Looks like Montemayor is up and walking. He's still with the AT staff, but we're glad to see him up and not on the ground. He'll take his time off the field, and we will see a substitution of number 16, Mahoney, checking back into the game. It looks like he'll take Montemayor's spot. He's still taking his time slowly off the field. I wonder if it's something to the face or something to the head.
Might be on a ball to the head, looks like.
Or a bloody nose even.
They're never fun to deal with. I'm glad he's okay. He'll grab some bench as the athletic training staff attends to him.
And back on the pitch, we'll see a corner kick. Raymond in a good spot for an in-swinger if he can get this ball where he wants it to go.
13:05 remaining in the second half.
He's joined by Francisco, number 3. Brusso, Griffin Brusso, number 3. The freshman out of Bloomington, Illinois. And we're still stopped. And the referee is coming over to the sideline to have a chat to see where Montemayor is at.
Folks, make sure to join us Saturday, September 29th, as women's soccer hosts Olivet here at Van Andel at noon. And football will host Trine for the conference opener at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium at 5 p.m. Come on out to Hope College. And if you can't be here in person, make sure to tune in to the live broadcast where our team does a great job each and every day. And we return to the field of play. And we get the green light, and the corner kick is up and away.
And great insight from Mavrogiannis to get off of his line and keep that ball from even touching one of the heads of any of the players. It looks like number 50 will check into the game for Montemayor. We don't have a name to go with that number, so we'll try and find that information and get that to you guys as soon as possible.
Claire going to win Most Valuable Broadcaster with these difficult pronunciations, showing us once again how it's done, the veteran of the booth.
Thank you so much.
Always good to be here.
Honestly, it's a trip today. And we apologize to the families that may be listening if our pronunciations are incorrect. We'll see that ball go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a corner for Carthage.
12 minutes remaining.
And this second half has flown by just as fast as the first.
Montemayor is still being attended to.
And again, we'll see number 50. Again, we do not have a name as of yet, and he will be coming to the right side to take this corner kick.
The Redmen with 7 shots on goal, nothing to show for it. They are looking for anything. The time no longer on their side as we near 11 minutes to play. McCormick swallows that one up with ease.
And we'll see him take his time on this ball, eventually distributing to Sam Albritton, number 14. He'll distribute to Fowler, and he'll try and look long, but just no communication with his offensive players. No one willing to make that run. Again, Mavrogiannis will look long. And again, the Dutchmen are ready for that ball. Pitino will pick that ball up in the midfield, looking for Cruz. And some strong defense from the Dutchmen. And a beautiful ball in behind from Brock. And he'll send it to Raymond. He'll get the one-touch ball out, trying to find Brusso across the goal. And again, it's just those one-touch balls, slipping them in behind, getting the timing right that are so dangerous.
Everybody loves Raymond, but that shot a little wide. Been working on that one for a while.
We appreciate the jokes from Bergeron. And a great shot, just a little wide from Ryan Flynn, and we can see how hungry he is. The freshman out of Bloomington, Illinois, which the Dutch seem to be capitalizing on the talent in that town, trying to get a shot off and make something happen for the Dutchmen. We'll see a deflection and a corner on the right side, most likely taken by Raymond, it looks like. And he'll send the ball in off the head of Carthage defender. We'll see Flynn try and keep this ball alive. He'll continue to battle against Garcia.
Under 10 minutes to go in half number 2 from beautiful Van Andel Stadium. Hope clinging on to a 1-0 lead. Playing a little more defensive.
And again, we can see the pace of both Martinez and Veld. Incredible as they try and save that ball. Unfortunately going out of bounds for the Dutchmen. We're going to see Veld get that ball into play. Looking for Raymond. He'll find Dalt on the right side, battling against 2 defenders. And we'll see a push. We'll see an aggressive push from, looks like number 4, Messineo. He's tired of Christian Dalt's antics.
No cards shown.
No cards, no calls from the ref.
The Hope faithful showing their displeasure.
And we'll see a tackle on the right side of the pitch. Dutchman will maintain possession. See Veld pick up that ball.
Good job by the Dutchmen, not retaliating, just playing their game, knowing who they are as a program by the direction of head coach Dave Brandt.
Right. It's almost a testament to the coaching to make sure that your players are behaving in a way that's representative of what you stand for. We'll see Brusso, center back, coming up with that ball. He'll look to do something special, unfortunately unable to find anyone. But Albritton is there to find Raymond in a good chest trap, just unfortunately unable to keep the ball. We'll see Veld trying to keep that ball. Finds Raymond again on the right. And that ball is going to go out of bounds for a corner. Good defense by number 3, Alejandra Lopez, to prevent that ball from going into the box immediately.
It always gets more intense as time winds down. One team playing catch up, the other team trying to put the final nail in the coffin, and tempers can heat up a little bit.
And a great ball by James Raymond. Just no one on the end of it. Just a perfect in-swinger. Just just past the left side of the post.
James Raymond, no relation to the bank, but
Substitution.
looking for the open shot. They're unable
Entering the lineup
to
for
capitalize.
Number 8.
And we are going to see a substitution. Number 8, Montemayor, coming back onto the field.
Marbon.
And number 19, Juan Marbon, coming onto the field as well.
Montemayor looking to be healthy after coming off from getting a ball to the face.
Right, and he will come into a midfield position. Maybe just a strategy by Coach Steve Doman to get a little bit more offense. We'll see good press from Messineo.
Little sense of urgency here. The red men picking up the pace. A window momentarily open and now closed as
And again, we will see Pitino not afraid to take a shot from far out. A good one-time ball, but unfortunately just a little bit too wide on the right.
in desperation mode, looking to do anything to help his team tie it up here. About 6 minutes left. McCormick ready to kick things away.
And Carthage really needs to push in these final minutes, whatever they can do, sacrificing maybe a defender, maybe switching from a 4-man stance to a 3-man stance just to push and really get that attack going and moving. Able to pick up a free kick on the right side of the field. We'll see, it looks like Garcia standing over this ball. And again, you can see all numbers coming forward. And that ball will bounce in a somewhat dangerous area, but no one running onto that ball. So the Carthage will maintain possession on the left side with the throw-in. We'll see Marbon searching for someone and possibly looking a little bit longer. We'll try and get something in the box.
Looking for a ball to take a red men bounce, and it will not.
And we see the Dutchman, and we see a little push, but no call from the ref.
At this point, the ref will let anything go.
Right in these final 5 minutes of the game.
Ready to go home.
Right.
5 minutes remaining in half number 2. McCormick, the quick kick.
He'll find Brusso on the left, but again flicking to no man's land. We'll see Albritton always strong and composed in the defense, and he'll send that ball over the fence. And we're going to get some more substitutions. Number 8, Woodside, or Ryan Woodside. Number 24, Ty Dalton. And number 11, Logan Bilesmeyer are going to check back into this game to finish out this second half.
And number 24, Ty Dalton.
Coach Brown looking to establish a presence around the net, bringing in his bigger guys.
We'll see Pitino again. No surprise there, another shot. And a good deflection. That ball's still in danger. We'll see Mahoney over the ball, but unable to keep it in, unfortunately. A good idea for Carthage, but again, just unable to capitalize and put that ball where they want it.
So close yet so far. Coach Brent directing traffic.
We'll see McCormick over this ball, taking his time, letting the minutes wind down as much as possible. We'll see Dalt with a little bit of space. He's ready to go with speed. And he's got a lot of it left in this game, a lot left in the tank, driving that ball. And he will look across the 6 for James Raymond. Bilesma trying to look for a call in the box. No call by the ref. And unfortunately, Raymond sails that ball over the bar.
Good scoring opportunity, ready to put the final nail in the coffin. The Hope faithful looking for a goal. Very energetic and enthusiastic crowd tonight, as always.
See Dominic Byrne with a little bit of space. He'll find Bilesma in his somewhat dangerous position, unable to hold on to the ball. And a good ball by Albritton to distribute it wide to Raymond. He's got a little bit of space. He and Marbon will go one-on-one. Raymond will get that cross off. Find Bilesma alone in the 18 at the top of the 6. Just unable to finish that play off. But a great opportunity and almost a nail in the coffin for Carthage. We'll see Mavrogiannis over that ball. He'll send it long. And a great header, defensive header by Ryan Woodside. Dutchmen still have this ball. And again, we see the Hope faithful, especially these moms going wild in these last few minutes of the game.
2:30 remaining in half number 2.
We'll see Dalt pick this ball up on the left side. Again, he's got a lot left in the tank. Finds Byrne in behind. And a great defensive tackle. Great defensive tackle by number 3, it looks like, Alejandra Lopez. And we will see a stoppage of play from the referee. Just an unintentional kick to the face from Dominic Byrne, number 5 on the Dutchman. But no harm intended, and it seems like the ref understands that.
The umpires in the stands unhappy with the theatrics, not buying it. As we resume play.
And a good header by Byrne. And Dalt will look long to Bilesma, who's one-on-one with Messineo, still holding on to that ball. Ooh, tries to get the shot off and straight into the hands of Mavrogiannis. But a good effort and a great ball from Dalt. And again, we'll see a poor clear for Mavrogiannis. A great slip in behind. Unfortunately, Raymond is just a touch off sides, but a great idea by Isaac Brock to try and do something with that ball. Just under 2 minutes left in this second half, and Carthage will look to push in these final 2 minutes. We'll see the Dutchmen trying to tighten up their defense, getting as many numbers back, and good strong pressure. And we'll see Mahoney and Woodside battling it out on the left side. Far left, trying to push end line. He'll find Marvin, who's able to get a good service. And we'll see some conflict and some clutter in the ball or in the box. And that ball will eventually go out for a corner kick for Carthage Red. And they will push all their numbers forward, even their goalkeeper Mavrogiannis coming up to the midline. And we've got less than a minute left in this game. We'll see what's going to happen on this corner. We've got a great ball, tons of numbers. Carthage have plenty of people. And the Dutchmen are having some trouble clearing it out. So we will see. And they're able to clear that ball out. And it's going to go all the way up to the midline with 36 seconds left in this game.
Home crowd showing their appreciation as that ball sails out of bounds. 30 seconds remaining.
And we got to give our ball boys credit for the work that they do to keep that ball from going in the river. And we'll see the Dutchmen clear this ball. Dalt's still going with some pace, but Carthage is still there, trying to find some life in these last 10 seconds of the game. And it looks like the Dutchmen are going to take this game home.
And the Hope College Dutchmen move to
7-0
on the season. Once again, I'd like to thank our technical producers, Alan Babbitt, Steve Secor, and Philip Blah. They do it all, folks. Beautiful night of Ananda. Hope takes it 1-0.
Very
I'm Brajan
thankful.
Crispin. She's Claire De Silva. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.